Morning. I'd like to call the Kankakee County Board meeting to order for August 13th, 2024. Today's invocation is from Carol Weber.
Let's pray together. Dear Lord, help us to have the courage to be correct, the desire to be diligent, the energy to empathize, and the foresight to forgive. Bless us as we work together for our county. Be with the first responders and our military personnel. Be with the homeless and those who are hungry, and with those needing mental health services. May your presence and guidance bring everyone comfort and help, and let us at all times be instruments of your peace. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Get a roll call, please.
Mr. Hess. Mr. Tholen. Mrs. Polk.
Present.
Mr. Snipes. Mr. Seroy. Mrs. Weber. Mrs. Parker. Mr. Carrico. Mr. Eckhoff. Mr. Swanson. Mr. Featherling. Mr. Dunhill. Mr. Miller. Mr. Long. Mr. Kirkstra. Mr. Hunter. Mr. Smith. Mr. Alexander Hildebrand. Ms. Foster. Ms. Andrade. Ms. Armour Earps. Mr. Ashcraft. Ms. Monday. Ms. Ripmanick-Emmy. Ms. Turner. Mr. Marion. Mr. Lowy. Mr. Wheeler.
Present.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. Today we have some public commentary. The first up, total of 15 minutes. The microphone in the back, please, is Alexis McCullough from Bourbonnais. Right over there. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Alexis McCullough. I'm 16 years old and I attend Bradley Bourbonnais Community High School. I'm a local musician, athlete, and scholar, and I participate in band, choir, orchestra, and also Boy Scouts. I'm currently a Life Scout in Troop 319, which is located in St. George, and I'm currently on my path to attaining my Eagle Scout rank. And in order to do so, I have to complete something called an Eagle Scout project. For my Eagle Scout project, it is my goal to erect a Gold Star Family Memorial Monument within our community at Marcotte Park off of Route 102. The reason why I chose to do this as my Eagle project is as 4 years ago, my father, Colonel Mark McCullough, passed away while serving active duty as a colonel in the Army. And since then, I've been striving to find a way to make him proud, as I never had the opportunity to say goodbye. Since I've begun my Eagle Scout project, I've had the help of the Woody Williams Foundation and all of the people on that board. And since the beginning of the project, we have raised approximately $37,000, which I'm glad because our goal was to reach $35,000 by August 15th, and we did it sooner. And so, as I said before, the monument's going to be located at Marcotte Park off of Route 102. The monument itself is made from black granite, which is cut and imported from India. And there are 4 panels, all which represent something different. There's homeland, family, patriot, and sacrifice. Homeland representing where we live. Family representing those who support us. Patriot representing the brave spirit of the military members, and sacrifice representing the sacrifice of Gold Star families. And throughout the past year, with the help of the Village of Bourbonnais, I've been able to raise a sufficient amount of funds to not only get the monument ordered within the past month, but also begin the design process, which will be officially started once we raise $2,000 more. And our goal is to raise approximately $74,000 by October in order to get the monument placed into the ground, hopefully by Memorial Day next year. And with the help of in-kind donations from Ozinga, Nucor, and the help of our general contractor, PSI, we're hopefully going to be able to make this happen within the next year. And to learn more about the project, you can go to the Gold Star Eagle Project Facebook page, where you can find out more. There are links to fundraisers that are currently going on, as well as updates and a link to the donation website, which is at woodywilliams.com for the Bourbonnais Monument. And that has a direct link on the Facebook page, as well as links to Daily Journal articles and other things that are going on if you're looking for a way to help. Cash and checks can be written to the Woody Williams Foundation and dropped off at Meineke in Bourbonnais.
Thank you. The next public comment is Patty Ritchie from St. Anne.
We're here hoping that we can amend the R1 zoning ordinance when it comes to hens. What? You can't hear? Oh, okay.
Could be allowed now.
All right. Yeah. Okay. My name's Patty, and I'm a resident of St. Anne, and I just received a violation not too long ago saying that we are not allowed to have hens because we're in the R1 zoning area, and we're hoping that we can amend that ordinance. And I'm sorry, I don't like public speaking.
There's other areas that are able to have hens, like in Kankakee and in Aroma Park. We live in Aroma Township, and there's been lots of people that have had chickens in our area for quite some time, and it never has occurred to any of us that we weren't able to have chickens. And so when Patty got her chickens, it wasn't a thought to anyone that they were illegal to have. So we did a little research, and it wasn't listed online, and we were told by the zoning gentleman that, well, it's archived, that you can't have them, but you have to find it. So it wasn't something that was readily available to know, and so we're just looking to maybe be able to get that amended, since when that was written, absolutely, it was probably very largely agricultural and trying to make a residential area in the country. We wanted to differentiate a residential area from farm areas, and now though chickens are more accepted, hens rather, are more accepted in neighborhoods, and we'd like to see if we could get that amended so that in an R1 zoned area in the county, you can have chickens, hens.
I can understand roosters because they're loud and obnoxious, but hens, they're quiet. You wouldn't even know they're there if you weren't looking for them. And they give you food. More and more people are adapting the idea of growing their own food, or having their own cows, chickens, and be self-sustaining. And thought I was taking a step in the right direction, and then I found out that it's not even allowed.
We can't get in conversations with public comment, so would it, just a yes or no, could I pass your information along to your county board member?
Yes.
Because that's the legislative process. I can give it to them, they can decide to try to get it through the board on any legislative changes. Is that okay? All right. I just didn't want to do that without asking your permission to give it to your county board member.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you say this? We'll get it to the right person. Thank you. Next up, Mr. Snipes. All right, we're out of time on public. No, I'm just kidding. Believe me, take all the time you need.
That's good for the soul. I'm here on behalf of Major Nikki Yates, a constituent in the 18th district, and he brought to my attention that Alderman Bubba Cox, who served as a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, does not have a headstone. And I thought, well, let's start contributing, but he said we don't have to contribute. Because he's a veteran, and though he was not in Abraham Lincoln, the Veteran Commission gives a headstone for free. However, they have to have a family member to sign off on it or whatever, and he's not a family member. And I do know he has a family member here, so maybe we can make this happen for Bubba Cox. But he asked me if I would convey this information, and since it's really not the county board issue, other than he went to the Veteran Commission that told them that, you know, headstone is already gifted to the family to be able to place upon the grave of a soldier. We want to see by Veterans Day if we can get this resolved and kind of get that headstone on a veteran's grave site. So that's all I have to say from this. And then to the Girl Scout, I am a Boy Scout. I got that in 1970. So we appreciate what you're doing.
Wow. Girl Scout? Really? I don't think you did. Anyway, moving on. Vacancy appointments, don't have anything. Proclamations today. If we could get 06 read in the record, this is one of those rare opportunities to read the whole thing in the record. And actually both of these I think should be read into the record, the next two, because it's substantial. Please.
Proclamation of the County Board of Kankakee County, Illinois, honoring Francis J. Smith as recipient of the Economic Alliance 2024 Impact Award. Whereas Francis J. Smith is a lifelong resident of the village of Manteno, having graduated from the former St. Patrick's High School, now known as Bishop McNamara Catholic School, and then graduated from the University of Notre Dame, returning to his community to pursue a career in insurance, banking, and development. And whereas Francis J. Smith has served the community as chairman of the Manteno Bank Shares Corporation, the holding company for Homestar Bank, chairman of the Manteno Planning Commission since 2005, and on the Riverside Healthcare Board of Directors since 2006. And whereas Francis J. Smith was one of the driving forces of development following the closure of Manteno State Hospital in 1985 as the founder and director of Illinois Diversitech, transforming the site into the manufacturing and industrial hub it is today. And whereas Francis J. Smith has been a longtime supporter of the mission of Kankakee Community College, contributing greatly to student success, creating a lasting legacy at KCC. And whereas Francis J. Smith and his wife Jean have been married for 57 years with 4 children, William, who resides in Chicago, Mike and Pam of Washington, D.C., and Kelly of Denver, Colorado. And whereas Francis J. Smith has been named as the recipient of the Economic Alliance of Kankakee's Impact Award for 2024. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Kankakee County Board greatly appreciates the many contributions to the business, social, and educational growth of Kankakee County by Francis J. Smith, and proclaims August 13th, 2024 as Francis J. Smith Day in Kankakee County, Illinois.
Thanks so much, Dan. So before we get to the presentation, can I get a motion to approve Mr. Marion? Second, we'll go with Mr. Hunter. Smitty couldn't be here with us today. His wife Jean and daughter Kelly are here, and you know, I personally want to thank them for sharing Smitty with us. I'm sure he would have it no other way. So it's there's so much that he did, and there's so much behind the scenes that he did that he would not want his name mentioned for just helping out, and that's the kind of guy he was. And I will say that I'm gonna miss, when my time is done here, interacting with people like Smitty, but specifically Smitty. There's very few people that have vision, and then the ability to turn the wrenches to make it happen. and he was one of the rare few that could do both. And usually his heart and his mind and his sweat equity were behind all of it, not just his mouth. And so there's, and usually that was behind it too. So don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's I'm honored to know the guy. So Gene and Kelly, if you could join me up front, we have the finest proclamation that paper could hold ink on to present to you. So, and if you have any comments. Let me turn the button on real quick here.
Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Mr. DJ?
I'm Kelly Smith Haley with my mom, Jean. My dad can't be here today. He's in the hospital recovering from surgery. As anyone who knows my dad knows that he's making remarkable progress and is told every day that they haven't seen anyone improve this quickly, so he is bound and determined to get back to you guys soon. He asked us to come today just to say thank you for recognizing him. Actually, he said, please tell them don't recognize me. I like to be on the sidelines. But he's very appreciative, and we're incredibly proud of what he's done together with all of you to help Kankakee County be such a special place that it is. So from the Smith family to you, thank you for recognizing someone that we think is very special. It's nice to see his hard work and tireless efforts on behalf of Manteno and Kankakee County be recognized. So just thank you. It means a lot to him and to our family.
Thanks. You know, without wasting any words, because really it doesn't, I'm just at a loss. I tried to think of something to say, and it's just the actions speak louder. The next one is equally important, just by the actions of some of our sheriff's deputies. And Sheriff, I don't know how you want to handle this. I was going to ask Dan to read every word into the record. I think it's just as important. If we could, sir, please.
Proclamation of the County Board of Kankakee County, Illinois, honoring Sheriff Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte for their life-saving actions in the line of duty on April 30th, 2024. Whereas on April 30th, 2024, Kankakee County Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte were dispatched to an accident scene and ambulance call in the area of Momence in the eastern part of Kankakee County. And whereas Kankakee County Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte arrived on the scene and discovered a farm auger accident that had severed both legs of the injured citizen below the knees. Whereas Kankakee County Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte immediately commenced first aid to the injured citizen, applying tourniquets, recovering the severed limbs, and assisting with other reporting emergency personnel to transport the injured citizen to the hospital. And whereas due in great part to the rapid response, quick thinking, and excellent training of Kankakee County Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte, the injured citizen was transported to the hospital in grave condition, where his life was saved following emergency surgery. And whereas the actions of Kankakee County Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte were in the finest traditions of the Kankakee County Sheriff's Department. And whereas Kankakee County Sheriff Michael Downey is proud to present Sheriff's Deputies Nicholas Mayo and Matthew Marcotte with the Kankakee County Sheriff's Life-Saving Award. And whereas the Kankakee County Board is pleased and proud to honor Deputies Mayo and Marcotte for their service to the people of Kankakee County. Now therefore be it proclaimed that Kankakee County Board hereby expresses its thanks and congratulations to Deputy Nicholas Mayo and Deputy Matthew Marcotte for the awarding of the Kankakee County Sheriff's Life-Saving Award for their life-saving actions in the best traditions of the Kankakee County Sheriff's Department.
Thank you. Now, is there a motion? We'll go with Mr. Lowy on the motion, and with a second, Mr. Hess as the chair of that committee. You get nothing, and you like it. All those in favor say aye, please. Aye. All right, motion carries. Thank you. Please, you guys have the mic. Sheriff?
Well, Well, good morning. In addition to Deputy Matthew Marcotte and Deputy Nicholas Mayo, I'd like to introduce Chief Alan Corning of the Lake Township Fire Department in Indiana. Actually, I have my own notes here, but I can tell you that the proclamation pretty much covered everything in my notes. But I would like to give you a little bit of history on these two deputies who went above and beyond in rescuing Chief Corning. Matthew Marcotte is currently in the United States Army Reserve, a veteran, currently still serving. He was employed as a correctional officer back in 2017 and became a deputy in March of 2022. Deputy Mayo was in the Army Reserves. He retired from the Army Reserves shortly before he came here. He was a correctional officer back in June of 2013, and then actually left us to become a deputy with the Champaign County Sheriff's Office. At the time when he left, and these are his words, he wanted to stay with us as much as he could. However, he was able to go through the police academy, serve 2 years in Champaign County, and when he had the opportunity to come back, he came back to join us. And so it is my honor to present these life-saving awards to these two deputies who, I can't tell you how much the training and how important the training is that these deputies go through. And I know that every one of us have gone through different trainings, but the one thing unique about police training is you can never simulate real life. And when everything's hitting the fan, how you respond says a lot about what kind of deputy you are. And these two individuals responded. As they got to the scene, Chief Corning had started tourniquets himself, being a fire chief, and deputies Mayo and Marcotte also put tourniquets on as well that stopped the bleeding and more than likely saved his life. And I can't be more proud of these two. As I tell you guys all the time, we have such a great staff of professionals, hardworking guys who go above and beyond, and I am certainly proud to stand before you and present these two individuals with the life-saving award. Thank you.
Sure.
So if any of you have seen our dress uniforms with our coats, and we have, our coats have a banner full of these types of ribbons for everything that everybody has been involved with within our department. These will also go on to those uniforms as well, and this signifies that they have received a life-saving award. So these two things are for each of you. These are the proclamations. Does it matter which is which, are they saying?
I think they're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then these are our certificates. And I'll just read them real quick. They both say the same thing. Kankakee County Sheriff presents the life-saving award to deputies Nicholas Mayo and Deputy Matthew Marcotte in recognition of your heroic efforts performed on April 30th, 2024 that saved a human life. And so, guys, I can't be more proud.
Just a minute, please. Just letting the crowd settle. Okay. Thanks again for your service to the citizens of Kankakee County. We appreciate that. Certificates of appreciation. Guy Mazenov, Coroner's Office, 10 years. Guy here? No. Kyle Jensen, Sheriff's Department, 15 years. Todd Lindsay, 20 years. Todd's not here. Tricia Entwistle Huntley, Circuit Clerk, 30 years. So they're not here, and thank you so much for serving the citizens of the county. The minutes of the last meeting, July 9th, 2024. Is there a motion to approve there? Mr. Lowy, second. Mr. Carrico, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Claims Committee, please.
Mr. Chairman and members of the County Board, your Committee on County Claims would beg leave to report they have examined the following claims presented and recommend payment. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to issue orders to the several claimants. Total of $9,112,630.81.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the claims? Mr. Eckhoff, second on the claims. Second over here, Mr. Dono. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hess.
Aye.
Mrs. Polk.
Aye.
Mr. Snipes.
Aye.
Mrs. Weber.
Aye.
Mrs. Parker.
Aye.
Mr. Carrico.
Aye.
Mr. Eckhoff.
Aye.
Mr. Swanson.
Aye.
Mr. Donnell.
Aye.
Mr. Miller.
Aye.
Mr. Long.
Aye.
Mr. Kirkstra.
Aye.
Mr. Hunter.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
Mr. Alexander.
Aye.
Ms. Andrade.
Aye.
Ms. Armour Earps.
Aye.
Ms. Monday.
Aye.
Ms. Rittman-McEmmey.
Aye.
Ms. Turner.
Aye.
Mr. Marion.
Aye.
Mr. Lowy.
Aye.
Mr. Wheeler.
Aye. Motion carries. Under department reports, please.
County Collector's Monthly Report for June, month ending June 2024. Total cash and bank and investments, $109,868,842.15. County Treasurer's Monthly Report for month ending June 2024. In the current tax account at Midland States Bank, the ending balance is $80,203,099.49. The tax collection account at Midland States Bank, the ending balance is $10,422,490.44. The tax e-pay account at First American Bank, the ending balance $7,091,592.05. The special fund sweep account at First American Bank, the ending balance $12,151,660.17. Coroner's Monthly Report for June 2024. Total calls 94, coroner's cases 19, autopsies 12, toxicology 12, 2 donations, 1 fetal, 48 hospice, 26 referral, 55 cremations, 6 x-rays, and 9 pending. The income summary report for the coroner for June 2024. Total of $6,842.98. Circuit Clerk Cash Book for month ending June 2024. Total disbursed $266,332.91. Recorder's Monthly Report for June 2024. Disbursement fees paid to the County Treasurer of $140,700.69. County Clerk's Monthly Report for June 2024. Total of $26,592.03. Monthly Building Division Report for May 2024. Total permits 97. Total fees $49,377. Monthly Building Division Report for June 2024. 97 permits. Total fees of $37,572. Animal Control Monthly Report for June 2024, totals of $42,499. Total animals handled, 85.
Is the resolution list?
There is no resolution list.
All right. We'll resolve to have no resolution list this month. All right. So is there a motion to combine and approve? Go with Ms. Parker, Dr. Polk with a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Alrighty, under consent, we need to pull 116. That will not be on the consent agenda. per the meeting we just had. And I can talk about that afterwards if you have questions. Just take a look. Is there anything that needs to be pulled and considered separately? I don't know. No takebacks, man. It's going to get aggressive in the corner over there. Anything else? Motion to combine and approve? Mr. Swanson, Mr. Miller with a second, if we can get him around the record.
The appointment of Brendan Supernaw to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee from Farm Bureau. The appointment of Mark Hodak to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee for the Boat Club. The appointment of James L. Froggy to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee, Soil and Water District. The appointment of Sam Thomas to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee, the Northern Illinois Anglers Association. The appointment of Dennis Johnson to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee, Kankakee County Drainage District. The appointment of Scott O'Brien to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee, Rural Fire Rescue. The appointment of Richard Schultz to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee at large. The appointment of Ken Munjoy to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee at large. The appointment of Wynn Crosby to the Kankakee Waterways Advisory Subcommittee at large. The appointment of Carol Weber to the ICANN Joint Education Committee. The reappointment of Larry Kirkstra to the GIS Committee. Agreement to approve decommissioning plan and bond in the amount of $229,829.83 for Jeffrey Road Solar 1 LLC project. The agreement to approve decommissioning plan and bond in the amount of $354,102.36 for Lincoln KA04 Solar LLC project. Authorizing the County Board Chairman to sign an agreement with SAQ Consulting. Amending Resolution 2021-11-9-424 for the Pembroke Township Lift Station to $175,322.42.
All righty. We have a motion and a second, so it's a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hess.
Aye.
Mrs. Polk.
Aye.
Mr. Snipes.
Aye.
Mrs. Weber.
Aye.
Mrs. Parker. Mr. Carrico.
Aye.
Mr. Eckhoff.
Aye.
Mr. Swanson.
Aye.
Mr. Donnell.
Aye.
Mr. Miller.
Aye.
Mr. Long.
Aye.
Mr. Kirkstra.
Aye.
Mr. Hunter. Mr. Smith.
Aye.
Mr. Alexander.
Aye.
Ms. Andrade. Ms. Armour Earps.
Aye.
Ms. Monday.
Aye.
Ms. McEmmey.
Aye.
Ms. Turner.
Aye.
Mr. Marion. Mr. Lowy.
Aye.
Mr. Wheeler.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. The openings, if we could. We need a moment.
One opening on the McGillivray Special Drainage District, one opening on the BM Lewis Drainage District, one opening on the Moments Pembroke Union Drainage District number 1, one opening on the Union Drainage District number 2, one opening on the Animal Welfare Advisory Committee for a shelter community representative, one opening on the Historic Preservation Commission for a historian, one opening on the Pilot Township Fire Protection District, one opening on the Keebree Area Fire Protection District, 2 openings on the Kankakee County Public Building Commission.
Thank you. We see the animal welfare on there. Is that that's repetitive? It keeps popping on there. Do you think maybe the committee could send a letter and have everybody sign it from the committee to all the shelters requesting that we're looking for somebody? Okay, thank you. That'd be good to fill that out. And we'd be happy to help. Obviously, we can send it for you and all that, you know, so it's just a matter of if they're willing to sign on. Soliciting the shelters. They're an important part of this. The shelters are a very big part of this whole continuum. It doesn't exist without them. Okay, now I had some information come across my desk from started with the Mantino assessor and went to the supervisor of assessments when the tax book was turned in. So I thought it was a good opportunity at least to fill the board in on what was going on with the Goshen facility and their property taxes. Because you see some misinformation being floated out there on how we've given them tens of millions of dollars, and that never was the case. But now we finally we can say there's the proof. So we actually made the area about $30 million with this agreement. So, and it's manifesting already. So let's start here with the beginning. What the knowns are. The parcels were purchased for this project in 2023. There was 2 parcels. The main parcel was the large one, obviously, and there's a smaller one, but basically the assessed value, and these are all numbers are all coming from Eric Blair, these aren't my numbers, was about 9.4 million, which means it indicates a fair market value of 28.2 million on the building. As a result, the taxes payable were almost $919,000 in 23. Now, anybody that pays attention to that property knows that that is a reducing number. It keeps going down because the current or the previous owner kept appealing the property taxes, and PTAB was reducing them. So we kept getting less and less and less because it was a vacant warehouse. So when I give you this number, know that it's sliding down, and it has been since the high water mark of when there was actually business in there. So in 23, they were included in that intergovernmental agreement, which means their tax bill would not exceed $2 million because the company was looking for some predictability, which would double their existing tax bill when we did the deal. Well, we didn't think that would happen for a couple of years. It happened the first year. So the agreement begins with tax year 24, payable in 25, and ends with tax year 53, payable in 54. So it's a 30-year agreement. 30 periods for taxes to be collected, and obviously there's 30 assessment cycles that go through by Mantino's assessor. But as we'll see here in a minute, the big jump just happened in the property value. So the combined 24 assessment for these parcels is now $25 million. That originates with the Mantino Township assessor. So what that means is the estimated tax bill of $2.4 million payable in 25 prior to any of the agreed on abatements. So when you add all of this up, it's a $1.081 million per year increase in taxes collected over 30 years. Do not ever let anybody let you forget that we just doubled the property taxes for all of those taxing districts. And when I say we, it was the school district in Mantino and the fire district and everybody that voted this in. It wasn't we putting it on everybody else. Everybody saw this financial windfall coming. We just didn't know that it would happen this quickly. So as a result, the 23 taxes payable, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. So if you multiply that by 30 years, there's the number, $32.4 million in additional taxes that are going to be collected on that property that would have not been collected as it sat there and remained empty, as it has for what? How long? 15 years? So that leaves about $444,000 to be abated in 25 per the agreement. Okay, now realize the agreement says after, I believe it's 5 years, there's a prove up. Did you hire the people you say you're going to do? If you didn't, it stops. Okay, so they've got the 5 years to ramp up. I don't know if they're putting the equipment in the place yet. They might have painted the floor. I'm not privy to what's going on in the building yet. That's more Mantino's deal. So as you look at this, the abated amount, $443,000 times 30 periods. Total abatement, $13.3 million, as opposed to $60 million collected between 25 and 54. We have captured $32.432 million in revenue in that facility, starting now. Now payable next year. So many factors can change, as Eric will mention. You know, if anybody asks him, there'll be another assessment cycle. It could go up a little bit more. I doubt it's going to go up the way it has here. Again, that's usually not part of the formula, but it will go up. Could go down if property, values and all that stuff starts to fall, so. But the big jump has occurred. That's what I wanted to let this board know and let the community know, that it's happened. We didn't cost the local taxpayers anything. We just brought in $32.432 million. And that's a hard number now because it's capped at $2 million. You know this is going to happen. So what's going to happen? What we don't know is it going to go up 2% next year, 3%, 4%? But there's no way it's going to cover that gap. You're money ahead forever. So Mr. Hess, if you have any questions.
Have they agreed on, excuse me, have they agreed on the abatement of the taxes?
In the agreement, they can't appeal.
They cannot appeal.
I added, first of all, what I added to the agreement, my involvement was they can't appeal anymore. We're done seeing that movie. If it's capped at 2 million, why would they? Second thing is because what I didn't want to do is artificially suppress the value of a building that when they sell it in 30 years, if they do, I don't want to give them an extra benefit with a low price building that they make all this money on. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You're basically, I wanted to make sure the building carried the value all the way through. And then the second thing is I wanted to make sure they supplied the jobs that they said they were. They don't get this if they don't do what they say they're going to do. And not day one. You can't come in and expect 2,400. There's a ramp up time, and that's in the agreement. So I just want to tell everybody it's happening. And so before there's any cost bore by the community, 60% of that 1 point whatever million there on the other slide, that's the school district in Manteno. So have they seen a bunch of people come into their school district yet? I think the windfall started for them. They've already built up their capacity before, so they have extra capacity in the schools. So I'm just saying that everybody has capacity in schools. There are other discussions that have to happen community-wide, but this dispels a lot of the misinformation that's going on out there about what the county board did. We didn't do anything. We as far as costing you money, we brought in money, but it was more Manteno who brought it in. Mr. Hunter.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. For those of you who interface with me at times, you always hear me saying that facts and data don't lie. I appreciate this document here that you and Eric put together, but more importantly, the articulation that you presented on this data here will be a part of the record. However, there's nobody here from the Journal. Had you thought about doing a press release with this specificity for consumption by the public?
People are allowed to take vacations, and I've been in contact with Mr. Breach. And so he's going to be watching intently on, I didn't want to give away the surprise, but I told him there's going to be some big information about firm tax numbers for Goshen. So this is what it's going to be. It's just the letters haven't been sent out. Nobody's got next year's tax bills yet. So as soon as we got the information, I thought you should have the information.
Might this information also be on our website somewhere?
Once it's published, I think it's probably accurate. It's probably the best way to do it. Once DevNet spits out the number, DevNet meaning the computer system that both the assessor, and Eric, would I be correct in saying that? That's when it's published and then it's out there. But we have the number because the assessor has published her book. So we know what that number is. Obviously the SOA could object to the number, and he's not objecting to the number because she used a method. It wasn't sale chasing, it was legal. And I don't know if you have any comments on any of that, Eric, if you wanted to come up to the mic, but okay, thank you. And ask Eric. Stop in. The public can call, email his office. Please, obviously, don't blow up his phone, but email him. Ask him if, hey, did the fat guy lie to me? And I'm not. This is it. This is what Lois Meyer assessed the property at. So, any other questions about this? So the fire district should be happy because obviously they're doubling as well. So, and that's the main concern up there is the fire district. I think most people that are really concerned is about what are they going to do to handle this type of facility without it being known what kind of facility it is because they haven't done their engineering yet. So that's another thing that's out there that it's hard to base an opinion based on not knowing what the engineering is going to be. So, all right, that's all I've got. Let me see here. I want to make sure I'm on the agenda. Old business, amending resolution. If we can just get the title of that read in the record, please.
Resolution of the County Board of Kankakee County, Illinois, authorizing the expenditures of American Rescue Plan funds fiscal year 2022, Fund 98, Kankakee County Sheriff's Department vehicles.
This is basically they finally showed up kind of thing. And we've been talking about these vehicles that have been on order. They're finally here. The emergencies are over, if you will. Now we just need to clean this up. So this would be a motion to pay for all of these outright, no financing. Mr. Long, can I? No? Retribution. Mr. Eckhoff, and who's the second? Mr. Snipes on the second. So this should fill out the fleet and get us, we're still on schedule with the rotation of the vehicles and everything. So roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hess.
Aye.
Mrs. Polk.
Aye.
Mr. Snipes.
Aye.
Mrs. Weber.
Aye.
Mrs. Parker. Mr. Carrico. Mr. Eckhoff. Mr. Swanson. Mr. Donnell. Mr. Miller. Mr. Long. Mr. Kirkstra. Mr. Hunter.
Aye.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Alexander.
Aye.
Ms. Andrade.
Aye.
Ms. Armour Earps.
Aye.
Ms. Monday.
Aye.
Ms. Ripmanick Emmy. Ms. Turner. Mr. Marion. Mr. Lowy.
Aye.
Mr. Wheeler.
Aye. Motion carries. So thanks, Kelly, for the save. I asked Wes to give some pictures of the circuit clerk's office. I thought the full board might like to see a couple of pictures of the, I want to say mostly completed project. There's a couple of, scratch here, dent there, but we're actually pulling the carpeting out of 189 to put in the state's attorney's office. Would be the next project where
it'll be an upgrade.
Point taken. Yes, so it kind of, if you just want to flip through them, this is the front entryway. It's not like people are being trapped. It is very nice, and it will serve the public very well. The part of the cost of this are going to be borne by the ARPA, proper part of ARPA, because we had to space these desks away from each other. That was part of the impetus for this project. So it allows us to use a very hard to spend part of ARPA on this project. So we're submitting it that way as we settle that up. So expect more of that. But I'm very happy with the project as it stands right now until we get water in there. No, I'm just kidding. But Wes he's not here, but he just screaming. Oh yeah, sorry. I said the water. Oh, hey, how you doing? I didn't say water, Wes. So are you happy with everything?
Very happy, yeah.
I thought the contractors did a great job. I thought the finishers, everything. So, all right. I need a motion to go into executive session for pending litigation, 5 ILCS 120/2C11. Mr. Carrico, Mr. Lowy, roll call vote.
Mr. Hess. Mrs. Polk.
Aye.
Mr. Snipes. Mrs. Weber. Mrs. Parker. Mr. Carrico. Mr. Eckhoff. Mr. Swanson. Mr. Donnell. Mr. Miller. Mr. Long. Mr. Kirkstra. Mr. Hunter. Mr. Smith. Mr. Alexander. Ms. Andrade. Ms. Armour Earps. Ms. Monday. Ms.
Yeah, I'm done.
Ms. Ripmanick
I
Emmy.
want to holler a couple things.
Ms. Turner. Mr. Marion. Mr. Lowy. Mr. Wheeler.
Aye. Any relation to
It
Matt
won't take that long.
McCullough? I'm just curious. I grew up with some McCulloughs, so it would have been the right age.
Someone meant,
Gray. All right, I thought I would ask. Thank you. Alrighty, we are back from executive session. Let's see here. Alrighty, Mr. Eckhoff is returning to the room.
We have another meeting, I know.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn, Mr. Eckhoff, with a motion? And a second with Mr. Hess over there? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. See you guys.